Spider-Man does whatever a good trailer can. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating and gets everywhere. But I do like Dune. Keep December 18th circled on your calendar because it'll be the death of Jumanji 3, and a new crop of actors have been added to White Lotus Season 4. All of that and more coming up here on News Dump. That's the button. Mac, once again, is away. He had control of the buttons. That's why it wasn't working right there. He is in Ireland. He's posting all of his shenanigans, filling in for him right now. This time is Rich Keefe of the #Dork podcast.
It is an honor and a privilege, sir. Thank you for having me.
Have you been following Mac on the social media?
Oh, where in the world is Mac? It has been a fun follow. Yes, absolutely.
Bars, parades, birds.
Yep.
Now, I feel like he is leaving himself susceptible to being robbed. He's announcing to the world that he is not home. And I feel like there is a possibility that this whole thing was a scheme by his girlfriend to get him out of the house post, and then suddenly he goes home and he is robbed, and he's missing all of his Pokemon cards, all of his Funkos, all of his movie posters.
Inside job is what you're saying?
An inside job. Oh, they only took all this stuff. How did they get all my Pokemon cards? But they left the TV?
Nope. They must have known where the real value was. They came in. It's the Pokemon bandits, perhaps. They're going house to house looking for Pokemon.
I left $1,000 in cash on the table. They didn't take that.
Didn't want it.
They didn't want it. They wanted the Funkos. They wanted the 4-pack of Wayne Gretzky Funkos.
They wanted Funkos. They wanted Bitcoin, and they were looking for any other kind of miniature and collectible they could find. Bastards.
But Mac will be back at the end of next week. But the real reason why we're doing a double dump right now, news dump. It's a new board. What's going on here? Spider-Man, brand new day. We finally got the trailer for the movie that's coming out in a few months, July 31st. It was introduced to us in a weird way on Tuesday, telling us that the trailer was coming on Wednesday, but clips, like 10 5-second clips that kind of turned me off.
Yeah, it's like Vine was back.
Yeah.
Like, this is all we have. This is all we could show. And so I skipped most of these. I heard about them. Then I was like following certain accounts that were doing like screenshots of them, and they're like mashing them all up. And I'm like, I know the trailer's tomorrow. I'll wait for the trailer. A movie I don't even need the trailer for, by the way, but I'll still wait for the full trailer. I don't really know. I don't know who the ad wizard was behind the 2-second, 5-second little leaks. I don't get it.
Because all you really needed out of those was the one still with the Easter egg comic shot from the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, the cover there that everyone's kind of going nuts over. Some people are complaining about, oh, where's the color in this? But if you look at the comic cover as well, it's gray in the background. That's just what it is. Yep. But the trailer in general gave away a good amount of what the plot is going to be. I don't think tipped their hands too much as to where the movie's going to go, but we see that Peter's on his own, but he's still tracking his friends. He's following them on social media. He's writing a letter, or he's reading a letter out to himself of what he's trying to write MJ, what he wants to tell her. Maybe he does give it to her. Maybe it's just a therapeutic thing of trying to get all that stuff out of him. I want to ask you this, is in the trailer, we see that he pulls his mask down, and it's clearly not attached to his suit. But when he pulls it down from the front, it is now attached to the back. Is this going to be a concern in the movie?
Are you going to be fixated on this? You know, my whole thing, as long as he keeps the mask on throughout most of the movie, I'll be satisfied. I don't need him jerking around with the mask all the time. I don't care about that.
We also see a POV of inside the mask, and his face is not flush to the mask.
Yeah, what I kind of like that, though, is a little different. I mean, we're so used to seeing Iron Man and his mask. They did it in the Ironheart TV show. War Machine, like we've seen all this in Marvel. This was like a different kind of thing. We've even seen Spider-Man like looking through it, when he's got the Tony Stark gear. This was like a weirder thing. Like, I wonder if that'll be explained, or if that's just if there's like a reason behind it. But that was a different type of shot that we've ever seen.
Now, we do see that there is some interaction still between Peter, Ned, and MJ. It's more that they don't know who he is. You get the joke of the friendly neighbor friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
But we do see that MJ is still wearing the Black Dahlia necklace. So maybe there's some kind of a bit of a deja vu feeling that she has throughout this trailer.
Do you think by the end of the movie she gets like her memories back?
Like she puts it together. It's not that he tells them, she's able to put it together herself.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be something.
I feel like there is. I go back and forth on this because we've seen so many versions of Spider-Man and like his love interest. We've seen like Superman and like Lois Lane and all these different versions. And like what I liked about James Gunn's Superman is like they were like Lois Lane knows who he is. Like it's just like right away, we're not going to do the cat and mouse game for like a whole couple of movies and then have this big reveal. Like no, she's in on it. So this is different because like we started out with Tom Holland and his friends didn't know who he was. Now they do. And then now they don't again.
But now they're not friends, though.
And they're not even friends. But like he has all these memories. Like Tom Holland or the Spider-Man Peter Parker knows all this stuff. And he's clearly in all these scenes with them. He's gonna go to MIT with Ned. He's gonna meet MJ. And so like it's gonna be pretty overwhelming for him. And at some point, I feel like they get their memories. Also, is Ned eventually gonna be the Hobgoblin? And is he going to?
I don't think in this movie.
No, I don't think so. I think it'd be too busy if it was in this movie. But I wonder if like we sort of got tipped off to Scorpion like several movies ago, and now we're getting Scorpion back in this one. I wonder if they set that up. I wonder if Ned and Peter will ever have their relationship like it once was. Because I feel like that is, first of all, this has the opportunity to be the best Spider-Man. I think it has a chance to be the best Spider-Man. I like where he's at. I like where he's like on his own. He's down on his luck. And the idea of a high school kid losing his best friend and his girlfriend overnight, or college kid. Yeah, well, gonna be a college kid, but like losing those people in your life like overnight is pretty wild. And we've seen some of this stuff in the comics, like video games, this kind of Spider-Man. I think it's gonna have a chance to be like just awesome.
And this is set 4 years after the previous movie, No Way Home. So this would be him, if they are sticking the course of, he is going to all of his classes and whatnot, he'd be a senior, or at least in his 4th year at MIT. Mm-hmm. I don't know how years work there. They're scientists and shit, so.
Is it like Northeastern? Do they go for 5 years?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if they go for less years or if they go for more years.
Well, also, you know how like in college football, guys can play for 7 years because of COVID. I wonder if the blip allows people to go to college for like 7 years. And like, well, I would have graduated sooner, but I got blipped out. So.
Didn't even consider the blip on this one.
You always have to consider They should be talking about the blip every 10 minutes.
They did that for like 12 straight movies. I think we've had enough of the blip.
We would talk about it a lot. If
I know we would.
People we knew got disappeared, then came back, and if you were one of them, I'd bring it up all the time. All the time, I'd bring it up.
I'd want to forget about it.
I hear you.
But we see that Spider-Man is getting a key to the city from who we believe to be the mayor. This movie is set after Daredevil Born Again, and that is not Kingpin giving him the key. So is that telling us that Kingpin is no longer the mayor, or is that an aide to the mayor?
My guess is it's an unfortunate spoiler for Daredevil Born Again season 2. My guess is Wilson Fisk does not finish this.
My cock would have been rock hard if that was Kingpin handing him the key.
Oh,
that would have been the best.
So I feel like I don't think they would make that continuity mistake because they are trying to bring in the TV shows so much now. I feel like it's not.
Are they trying to hoodwink us right now?
Oh, do you think it's one of those things like they did?
Is that a fake scene? Is it a fake scene? I think we just snuffed that out.
Okay. If we did, you heard it here first. You heard
That's
it
right.
Dump. Yep.
Trademark it.
Got it.
I just stole one of your things. You guys should point out tomorrow, trademark.
Copyright. Ours.
Punisher, Bruce Banner. 2 things here. Number 1, with Bruce Banner, does he know ahead of time that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? Like he is outside of what the spell is or what the No Way Home ending is? Or is this Peter having long conversations with them leading him into this?
Yeah, I think he does not know who Peter Parker is. But I think maybe of all the characters, maybe him and MJ are the most like, wait, what? You know, like the whole time, like, I got a funny feeling about this guy. Like, what's going on? I think it's interesting that they're making him basically like the Dr. Connors now. Like, is he just going to be going to him to
Well,
like
you
learn stuff.
mentioned Dr. Connors. So now in the comics, when he deals with the metamorphosis, the DNA issues, that's thrust forward by Dr. Connors.
Mm.
So do you think that maybe it's a thing with Bruce Banner doing it by accident, or do you think we get any of the Lizard in this?
I don't think we do get the Lizard, only because there's so many characters. I don't think you want to turn it into Spider-Man 3, like where
Which one? Which Spider-Man 3?
the Raimi.
Okay. There's been
the
2.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
I don't think you want to do that. No, the other Spider-Man 3 is called
Tobey
No Way Home.
Maguire is in the other Spider-Man 3. You're not doing a good job explaining.
It was called No Way Home. If I was talking about No Way Home, I would have
Okay.
said No Way Home. No, but the Spider-Man 3 was like, let's just throw all these other villains that we haven't used yet on the screen and not give them any like enough time. So we've already seen Scorpion. Obviously, not that he's a villain, but you got to talk about Hulk. You got to talk about the Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher.
I'm a little concerned. I just don't want them to make him out to be a bitch, because I'm worried about that. I'm worried that he's going to be in it for not very long. Spider-Man's already shooting the web over his mouth so he doesn't swear, shooting the web over his gun, and he's just like, dude, stay. Like, he's like talking shit the Punisher. I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
Do you think we get, because we got Daredevil for that one scene in No Way Home, are they just going to start doing one scene for each of the lower level TV characters in each of the Spider-Man movies now? Like next movie we just get Jessica Jones or something?
I would take it. You know, I don't know if you read this on the internet. This kind of bummed me out. Charlie Cox did an interview where he was like, he went to a screening of Spider-Man No Way Home. And he was like waiting for his cameo, and he was like waiting to see what the crowd reaction would be. And I think he was there with his wife, and he was like, crickets. He's like, he came on the screen. He's like, there was one guy in the crowd that goes, that's cool. And that was it.
Well,
Nobody
that guy's
said
right,
cool.
though. That guy was right. It was cool.
I thought it was super cool. But like, that's because there was such a disconnect between the Netflix series, even though some of them were very, very, very good, in the movies. So that it kind of, in a weird way, was like a different audience. But I would wish that he would be in it, or at least referenced in some way. I'm glad the Punisher's in it. He's also going to be in this Born Again season 2. So I'm curious how they kind of, meld all these together.
All right, so we think that Bruce Banner is just going to be a friendly neighborhood professor at his school that has knowledge of superheroes, and he's seeing that he is having this DNA issue where it is starting to, because he is evolving. And it looks like by the end of this movie, or by the middle of the movie, he'll have the organic web slinging.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Also, with Hulk, do you think they're ever going to do World War Hulk? There's been like rumors about it.
Yeah, so I was watching a new Rockstar video earlier, and he was talking about, there's been rumors about, since the last Captain America movie, what they're going to take from that is that all Hulks are going to be regulated. And that might be one of the reasons why he is strictly Banner now, and he's trying to lay low. But if he does go crazy again, might see just a bunch of Hulks.
Yeah, because I feel like this is maybe setting it up, because you don't want to go bad Hulk right away, because we just saw Red Hulk. And so now with this one, you're literally playing the Dr. Connors route, where he's like gonna be a friend, gonna be a scientist, or even like in the video game, like with Doc Ock, it was similar to the thing where he's like, oh, he's my science mentor, and then it's like you build up this relationship, and they're like, wait a minute, now I'm versus him. And so I feel like it's maybe the same thing.
But he wouldn't turn back into a regular Hulk, though. He's already been Professor Hulk. Are we gonna forget Professor Hulk?
Yeah, I wonder, just because him losing his shit Hulk has the has the chance to be like a great movie and a great kind of villain.
And then I know that they explained something during She-Hulk, but I have forgotten it.
Speaking of,
yes,
she slept with Daredevil.
Ah, that was a nice scene.
Oh, hell yeah. I watched that twice a week. That was
like he would have gotten hurt.
Yeah, he could have. He had to be real careful.
But
he had to be careful. But yeah.
This trailer, I went from, I believe I had it maybe 7th or 8th on the year for excitement. This has jumped it up. I'm pretty stoked for this now.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this. I would say we did the movie draft not too long ago, and there was like 5 or 6 that jump out as like movies I'm super excited about. I think this has the chance to be like the 3rd best movie of the year.
Yeah, like I would say excitement wise, it's still behind my top 3, but now it's jumbled up more with Supergirl. I've already seen Project Hail Mary, so it's. But,
I'm going to see that this weekend. I think we're going to do a standalone. Is that worth doing a standalone on, you think?
yeah.
Okay. I think that Davey and I are planning on doing
well,
that.
Davey's read the book, and also there's a lot of science in it.
I love science.
Oh, if you like science, you're going to have a time.
I was terrible at science. I was real bad.
Well, this might teach you science then.
That could help. And then I could work with Peter Parker closely and be his next villain.
I'm here to help you out. I saw Project Hail Mary.
No, but I also think this, I'm more excited for Doomsday. I think this is going to be the better movie.
Yeah. Well, Doomsday has the better chance of having the floor drop out of it.
I'm a little worried about Doomsday because when you had other major Avengers events, you had more of a build-up to the villain. Even Avengers 1, like we had already been introduced to Loki, and then Ultron was not very good, and we were thrown into Ultron there. And then obviously Thanos, it was built up for like 20 movies. We all know who Doom is, but we don't know who Doom is in this universe. And it's like, oh, now they're all versus him. Like, why? And so I don't. It could be.
As soon as you see one trailer with all of them put together, you're going to be so excited.
I'm going to love it, obviously, but
yeah. So news up. Also got some new footage for Daredevil Born Again. Oh, by the way, they said in the Spider-Man trailer at the end, Rebirth.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Maybe they should have just called the movie Rebirth.
But DC did a whole thing comic book wise called like Rebirth. They did like a whole run not too long ago that was Rebirth. So
but it would have been ballsy by Marvel to be like, fuck you, we're going to take this.
We're doing it anyway.
It's ours now.
Better.
You didn't trademark it.
Bastards.
So back to Daredevil. It is coming out at the end of this month. It's getting real close. We got some new footage in a teaser, more Bullseye, lots of Bullseye. I'm curious. We've already gotten a lot of Bullseye. I think that we've forgotten how much Bullseye we've gotten in the 5 seasons that we've seen so far. It's been 5, right?
So this is going to be the 5th. So there's 3 Netflix seasons.
3 Netflix. Oh, I was thinking of the Defenders as well. But we also see, and I think this is going to tip, you mentioned earlier, Punisher being shown on this, is Jessica Jones saying to Matt Murdock, can you stop him? And Matt says, not alone. I'm assuming her, Punisher, who else do we see here?
So Davey mentioned last week he thinks Iron Fist. I don't know if he read that somewhere. I don't know if that was if that's a legitimate thing. I haven't read that, but I'd be in on Iron Fist in like a supporting role. I don't know about Luke Cage, but like I didn't like the Defenders series. Like I didn't think they did a great job there. Plus they didn't include the Punisher in that one like mini season.
Yeah.
But I think there's like pretty high highs for each of those characters, and you already have them. You know they're New York based. You don't need to recast. Like you could bring those ones back in. But even just Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Punisher is a pretty damn good start. Like those are 3 great ground level or street level characters.
Because it'd have to be street level. It can't just be the rejects that Marvel are like, we don't know if we want to give you another movie right now. Like it wouldn't be Shang-Chi.
I don't think it'd be Shang-Chi. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is like with like their movie contracts, but like some of the Thunderbolts would like fit in kind of nicely with them. But
Ms. Marvel?
Yeah, you could. I mean, they're there, and there was even a crossover there. I forget what. Oh, was it Daredevil in that one? No, somebody popped in
Daredevil went in there and banged her mom.
Oh, it was a great scene. Love that scene.
I watch it twice a week.
That's sick.
But we are wildly close to this, and once again, I think that we did snuff out that Marvel did the old flipperoo. I'm hoping that Fisk is still the mayor by the end of this, and Fisk is the mayor in Spider-Man, because I think that would add a whole nother level of something going on.
Yeah, definitely. And especially because I know like the timing of it, they want to be able to put up the trailer for Brand New Day, but that doesn't come out until the end of July. And then it's like, well, this show is about to come out and you don't want to spoil that. But we know they've done it in the past. So like Marvel's capable of giving you the okie doke in these trailers, which is fine.
News up. God damn it. Dune Part 3. This is the conclusion. There's what they tell us at least, but there's many more books. So after a little bit of snooping, everyone's thinking it's just the conclusion to Paul's arc, and that would be the conclusion. Also, I believe, and I could be wrong, this would be Denis Villeneuve's last Dune movie. He said that he does want more Dune movies to come, but this is where he would step out and let other people step in. This is 12 years down the line from Dune 2, and how the mighty have fallen. He's looking rough.
Yeah, not great. Pretty emotional for him. What a journey he went on in the last movie. And then he's got all these different women in his life now. It's pretty intense for him. And I can't wait for this movie. This movie, I
looks
think,
awesome.
I think it has the chance to be the best. I obviously the Odyssey is going to be an unbelievable Nolan event movie and might win the most Oscars. Doomsday and Spider-Man are great MCU movies. I'm excited about that. There's some fun DC movies. I think at the end of the year, my prediction is the movie I think is the best will be this one. I think Dune 3 I'm going to put at the top. I love the first one, and then I like the second one even more, and I feel like Denis Villeneuve just does good movies. And now that we really know these characters and understand the world a little bit better for people that didn't read the books or whatever, I think this has the chance to be the movie of the year.
Also, you just mentioned the Odyssey, and everyone's kind of said, well, Dune 2 didn't get the respect that it did with award season, and Dune 3, I think, will get the Return of the King. That might not happen because the Odyssey might push it out of getting any of those awards too.
It's true. I feel like there's room, though, for at least both to be nominated for Best Picture, both to be Nolan and Villeneuve to be nominated for Best Director. I'm sure you're going to get actors from both movies, plus all the stuff.
They'd both be adapted screenplays too.
They would both be adapted screenplay, right? But then Villeneuve, I don't think wrote it, right? So Nolan writes all his stuff. I don't think Villeneuve does. Oh, my bad. Villeneuve does write. He did the screenplay with Brian K. Vaughan, which is interesting because Brian K. Vaughan is a great comic book writer of all things, one of the best comic book writers ever. I was thinking of Fincher. We looked this up on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Fincher doesn't write his stuff. He just directs awesome movies. But Villeneuve and Nolan, I guess both could be. But Timothée Chalamet, Matt Damon, all the special effects, all the costume and design, they'll both probably get 10 nominations.
I'm also sure so she's caked in mud in this trailer, but I bet Florence Pugh is one of the standouts.
Good point. Yeah, we got a little taste in Dune 2. And she's a great actress. She's the best part of Thunderbolts, and that's a good movie. So I think she has a chance.
She was great in Oppenheimer too.
She was very good in Oppenheimer. Good point. Yeah.
Then you got Robert Pattinson looking batshit crazy.
Looks insane. Looks
Anya Taylor-Joy, sister. So was it? She's born with more knowledge than everything, or she's born with psychic abilities?
I think that's what it is. I'm gonna need to rewatch Dune 2 before I watch Dune 3, but I got 9 months to do that. So.
But yeah, no, this is, like you said, this was a great first look at it. It gives you just enough of Paul beginning, or this might be in the middle of his struggle, asking his mother, how did dad go through this? And she's like, well, he didn't start a war.
Yeah. For starters.
Yeah.
One way to do things differently. Yeah.
Also, your producer, so he is 90 minutes into Dune 2.
Yeah, he keeps starting and stopping Dune 2.
So hold up. He stopped literally when Dune gets good.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go. I'm tired. I gotta go take a sleep. Yeah.
Dune 1, good. First 90 minutes of Dune 2, good. At that point, everything that happens in the next hour, 15 minutes, however much time is there, makes all of the time that you watched before it worth it and then some.
Oh my God. No, that movie's nuts. Like the runtime is obviously long.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those movies, I'll start a lot of movies at 11 or 12 and then and I don't finish them, then I go to bed. But that's one where you would get to that part and then you'd be like, all right, I'm up till 1 tonight. I'm finishing the movie. That's what's happening now. So yeah, he must have just missed the Paul Atreides speech or something. Because once you see that, you're not shutting it off.
No, and I remember being in the theaters after seeing Dune 2, and this is something that doesn't often happen to me in a movie, is after the movie, I just sat in my chair.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
The guy cleaning up is like, you good? You're like, I don't know.
I don't know. What does Paul say we should do?
Does it just replay? Can I sit here? Are they going to replay it? You gotta get the fuck out. Okay.
News up. Speaking of Dune 3, we also know that Avengers Doomsday, they are both still expected to be released on the same day, December 18th. We also already know that Dune 3 has the IMAX exclusive during that time. Not sure if Doomsday necessarily needs it, but theaters are expecting Sony's next Jumanji movie, Jumanji 3, that it is going to be crushed in that month after its opening weekend on the 11th.
Yeah, you should just stay away from early, like I guess maybe 2 weeks ahead of time, and you feel like, all right, we have 2 weeks to get the movie out, and then nobody's gonna see it. Also, the next 2 or 3 weeks after, there's no sense in putting any movies out. These two, like I thought when they originally said they were both gonna be out on the same day, I thought one would blink and one would move off.
Yeah.
But if Spider-Man is really good, which we both think that it will be, I think Marvel's gonna be like, we're not going anywhere. And then Dune's like, well, this is where we're leaving the movie, and then they might just stay there. They both can make a ton of money though. Like
I mean, we saw it with Barbenheimer, but the whole thing with Barbenheimer is that those were two polar opposite movies and different crowds going to see them. But then the crowds were curious about the other side, though.
True, and I do think this is one where I don't remember the last time I saw two movies in the theater in the same week. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever happened. It must have. Probably when I was like in high school. It's probably the last time I did that. And this would be one of those times where I'm like, all right, I'm going to see one of them Thursday night and one of them Friday night. Because like, I want to see Dune even more. But, you know, you and Mac were talking about, obviously I'm more worried about spoilers with Doomsday. So it's like, I can't wait 2 days for Doomsday.
We already know Duncan Idaho's back. He's in both of the movies.
Fuck yes. But yeah, no, that's going to be a see both of those movies in the same weekend. And you have to.
I don't know what's coming out on Thanksgiving weekend, that 5-day stretch, but if I'm Sony, I'm trying to put Jumanji there.
Oh, yeah, move it way up. Yeah, people on like a little bit of a break. I know it's a football weekend, but whatever.
But it's a movie for teenagers. Teenagers aren't going to, they don't love football as much as adults, so
idiots.
You're going to put the teenager movie out there. Teenagers love Jumanji. The Rock is hot.
Oh, they can't get enough Jumanji. Take the gravy train from the Smashing Machine all the way into Jumanji 3.
News dump. David Zaslav will receive $887 million in total compensation for the Warner Brothers and Paramount merger. This is via Variety, so congratulations. Well deserved.
Good for him. I mean, he probably needs it. You know, he's got to, refinance or he's got to do something. So that's good. That's a nice chunk of change to take home.
He shelved two movies that we both really wanted to see. He got the taxes back on that.
Bullshit.
He did hire James Gunn, so credit there.
In all seriousness, what does he even do with that money? Like, what's even the point? He could buy a couple of WNBA teams, I bet. You see the salary cap went up.
Well, if he has this, he could jump right in on that. By the way, he was the CEO of Warner Brothers, if that was not put out there. But
great year. It's crazy that Warner Brothers this year had Sinners, One Battle, and Weapons, and it's like, and they're selling their shit. And
even if you went on HBO/HBO Max, whatever it's called right now, we just did our To the Max Award, best IMAX movie or movie currently on HBO Max. I think my top 5 movies from the year were on HBO Max between Friendship, Superman, like you said, Sinners,
Superman,
One Battle. Like they kind of crushed where all the good movies went.
I was gonna say, as much as Disney has Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, HBO, you have DC, you have Warner Brothers, and you have A24. So you're like, every couple of months, a movie that was just in the theaters coming on there. And I didn't love like Eddington and like a couple other, but like they all went there. Fucking Materialists with you.
Oh my god, I love Materialists.
But I saw that on HBO. That's right. That's where I saw that one. So,
what do you think of the scene?
Oh, it's amazing. I like the foreshadow when they're talking about the surgery. I love when she's looking at the fucking scars that he has on his legs.
But you're thinking the whole time, no way.
Don't look at these. Don't look at my legs.
No way they actually do this.
Yeah, they break your legs, give you 6 inches, call it a day.
He must have had like tiny little legs with a long torso because he looks so proportionately great with those new legs.
Yeah, no, he was the perfect guy for the surgery. I just wish he did like a Jason Tatum like documentary of him like relearning to walk but taller. He's like, my life has changed. I now can look down on small children instead of up. I can talk to women. I'm so confident now.
New stuff. Adam Scott says that Severance season 3 will start filming very, very soon. This is via Deadline, so we're expecting the new season in 2 years.
Okay, if they're filming now, March of 26, can they turn that around for a
March of 27?
spring summer of 27 release? Maybe.
Because
what is it? 8 episodes? 10? I forget how many they do. Maybe 10.
I think one of the issues when it comes to these Apple shows is that Apple knows that they aren't making any money off them, so they don't care. And they say, take your time.
Yeah. And that show's so good.
It
is one of those, like, don't speed it up. Like there's enough.
But also keep a pace to it.
Well, yeah. You can't take forever off. That's true. But also, like, there's a lot of, like, more so in movies, I feel like, than in TV shows, but just like horror stories of, like, we need a sequel, just put one out. And it's like, we don't even have the script. You're like, but people, like, the name's hot. So we gotta
make the same movie.
Do the same thing. Call it Avatar.
Newsed up. The Avatar movies took like 15 years between.
Well,
same movie, though.
Had new cameras.
Chloe Bennett, Max Greenfield, Charlie Hall, Camille Nanjiani, and Jared Paul will join the cast of White Lotus Season 4. They'll be joining Helena Bonham Carter, Chris Messina, and Marissa Long, along with Steve Coogan, Caleb Jante Edwards, Alexander Ludwig, and AJ Machaka.
You like these White Lotus shows?
Not really.
Me neither.
But as soon as you introduce Max Greenfield here, I'm kind of intrigued, kind of interested. What is the angle? Are we trying to get a little sillier? A little, because like season 1, Steve Zahn added a little bit of levity to it.
Yep.
And they have found a way through the years to have one or two characters that can make you laugh a little bit.
Well, like Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge. And then last season, I only watched it because of Walton Goggins and Carrie Coon. And I'm like, all right, they're in it. I like that. But I really didn't like it. I was disappointed with it. The Sam Rockwell episode was great. Sam Rockwell's always good.
Lemonade.
Yeah, he was. But I was like, this show's not for me. And people go ape shit for this show.
People love it.
Eat it up. And I'm like, I'm missing something. They're like, Mike White's a genius. This show's going to win every award. I'm like, I don't know.
Mike White's is sitting back every time being like, I need to find what's taboo. Yeah. What's going to get the people talking this time? Yeah.
And he's like, and where can we film? Have they announced where it takes place?
Isn't it, no, I forget. I feel like they have said where it's going to be.
It's going to be like Mars. Like, we're taking the White Lotus to Mars. And you're like, all right.
Well, that's where Jennifer Coolidge currently lives. So
she might be there. They're just all in these giant astronaut suits the whole time. Like, yeah, this show stinks.
But yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch this just to be in the conversation. I don't want to feel left out.
Yeah, but you can't watch everything, Goo. This
I know.
Might be something, depending on what's on at the same time, because every once in a while there's lulls. Like Paradise is a good example of a show I'm watching now because there's not like a ton of shows. But if it was on with, like, you know, because Daredevil's coming soon, that Darth Maul show's coming soon, like, then you're like, all right, I can squeeze a couple shows out. So I think it'll depend what White Lotus is up against.
I think it also, what plays into this is that my wife watches this. Now, I'm pretty sure that she hates this show. I'm all but certain she does not like it because after every episode, she just says, that sucked.
Yeah, and you're like, so we don't have to watch it anymore? She's like, no, next week.
We'll be next week. Yeah, we're going to see it next week. No, there's 4 more episodes left. We can't stop now.
We're in too deep.
News dump. David Fincher's The Adventures of Cliff Booth will be released in August on Netflix. This is via Deadline.
I'm excited. Super excited. Tarantino's writing it, and one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years. And obviously, I would have loved to see Tarantino just direct this one, but if it's going to be somebody else, David Fincher's awesome. I like almost all of his movies. And just the character's so cool, so I'm curious to see what they do with him. This is a sequel I had no idea was going to happen until whatever it was, like a year or so ago, and they announced it. And you're like, okay, sure, I'm ready for it.
Once again, my only fear going into this is one of my favorite movie characters of all time. Do they just give us too much?
Yeah, and I mean, he was a pretty big side character, but he was like the side character, right? Like that was more.
It wasn't his movie. Right. He was, let's say, 55-45 or 45-35, and then whatever Margot Robbie gets left on that math.
Yeah, true. And now this is him. Like, it'll be interesting to see what supporting characters they sort of give him, and if some of those guys or gals are able to sort of steal the show a little bit.
Like, I don't think this is going to happen, but I just always think back to maybe my favorite movie character of all time up until we got sequels and podcasts and showing up at roasts was Ron Burgundy. Now
Yes,
I never need to see Ron Burgundy ever again.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably right. Oh, you know what's funny is, so I was looking at the cast, and Yahya Abdul Mateen from Wonder Man,
Yes,
he's in this.
I like that.
Scott Conn is in this. Carla Gugino is in it. Timothy Oliphant is in it. So there's a pretty good chance there's like some great stuff and like other characters, so it's not just Cliff Booth that has to carry the thing by himself.
News do it. And finally, just saw this. Incredibles 3 will officially be releasing in theaters on June 16th, 2026.
No,
Was it?
You said 26, 28.
I am incorrect. 2028. I don't know what year it is. I was hoping that with the success of Hoppers, they would kind of reassess and try and think of more original characters and ease off the sequels a little bit, but you got to make that money.
Yeah, didn't they also announce Lilo and Stitch 2?
So yes, they announced the live action, which so I'm okay with them doing live action sequels because now you're getting off of what the original story is and you need to write a new story.
Yeah, it's true.
But having said that, I am a hypocrite because I never saw the Lion King sequel.
Oh, Mufasa
the Lion King, which was both a sequel and a prequel.
I actually saw the original Lion King called Hamnet this award season. Yeah, The Incredibles, I remember loving the first one, and I still remember like the first one. I'm trying to remember what
the second one is solid, but I have forgotten most of it.
Yeah, I definitely watched it, but I can't tell you a single thing about it. And then this third one, in 2 years from now, it'll be interesting. I think Cece and Georgie will probably have already seen the first two, so that I know it's a long ways away, but it's actually funny. That feels like a trip to the movies with the three of us.
You got to find a way to bring back Jason Lee.
Yeah, is he working?
He is a photographer right now, I believe.
Really?
I think he's doing a little bit of skating, possibly.
Yeah. He has a great cameo in Tony Hawk. Was it Underground or 4? One of the Tony Hawk video games. He talked to Jason Lee. Great stuff.
Once again, I mean, possibly the best opening, first movie. His first movie role is Mallrats. He stepped in there, fucking dominated.
And he's in there with like a lot of funny people and like some good stuff. And he is far and away the best character in that movie.
News dump. That'll do it for this news dump, double dump this week because we needed to talk about Spider-Man. Keefe, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Mac will be back at the end of next week. I'll have something at the top of next week. Will it be another dump? Who knows? News dump.